I'm going to put together some delicious strawberry spice cupcakes. Now when I say spice, I don't mean spicy. These have a little bit of spice in them, but they are kid food, trust me. What we're going to start off with today is some fresh strawberries. One of the great things about this recipe is that it really incorporates fresh seasonal fruit into the cupcake. So you're squeezing a little fruit in there, which is awesome. In my food processor, I have 2 cups, 2 dry cups. I halved or quartered the strawberries depending on the size, and I dry measured them in 2 cups. So we're going to make a puree. You're not going to end up with 2 cups of puree total, but you're going to have 2 cups to begin with of fresh strawberries in this recipe. To this I'm going to add a tablespoon of strawberry jam. Now, all of my ingredients, of course, are free of the food allergens we don't have on this show: milk, eggs, peanuts, nuts, shellfish. You may feel more comfortable making your own jam. That's fine. I found store-bought that's allergen-free. I'm going to puree my strawberries here. While that's going, I'm just going to set it aside. I'm going to put together my buttermilk substitute. Now, I use buttermilk in a lot of, if you've watched this show, you've noticed that we've used buttermilk in a lot of our recipes. I believe it adds a wonderful richness to baked goods. Of course, we don't use dairy milk. I have a ½ cup of soy milk here. To it, I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons full of, I have lemon juice and vinegar, white vinegar, interchangeable in this process. What it's going to do is actually sour the milk to make buttermilk. I'm going to set that aside so that gets going for me. The next thing I'm going to do is start loading up my mixer with all the good stuff we have here. I have a ¼ cup vegetable shortening. Now you'll probably notice that's not a lot of fat going into these cupcakes, which helps to make them a really healthy treat for the kids. And the nice thing is now that the commercial shortenings do not contain trans fat. So yay, all excited about that. The next thing I'm going to do is mix together what will act as our egg in our cupcakes. I have 4 teaspoons of egg replacer powder. To that, I'm adding 2 tablespoons warm water. Now, if you use egg replacer powder, you'll probably recognize that this is not the box recipe to replace an egg. So you just want to make note of that if you're looking at this recipe on the website, that I used a little bit of a different amount here, just because that's what works in this recipe. It took me, I will admit, a few tries to get this one down, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's awesome. Okay, to my shortening, I'm going to add 1½ cups of sugar. Okay, and I'm just going to beat this together, mix it all up. I want it to completely incorporate the sugar and the shortening together. It's going to get kind of nice and fluffy for me. Now you can't see inside the bowl, but that's what we're looking for. All right, there we go. Next, I'm going to add my egg replacer, because it's all foamy, which is how I want it to be. Let's stick that in here. My mixer is doing a fantastic job as usual. If you do not have a stand mixer, this can be accomplished with a hand mixer, no problem. Okay? Next, just want to show you how this looks. You can see that it looks kind of creamy, all right, and all mixed together. So, kind of nice in there. Just so you can keep track of what we're doing here. Next, slowly, I'm going to add my soy buttermilk into here. Oh, that's my oven. Earlier, I preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I put my cupcake wrappers into my cupcake pan. Don't want to leave anything out. All right. Next, I'm going to add my strawberry puree. Remember, we added strawberries to a tablespoon of jam. My dry ingredients are done. I'm going to start with my flour. My flour, I have 2 1/4 cups of flour. To that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I need ½ teaspoon baking soda. So, I'm going to put that in here. And I need 1 teaspoon salt. Super easy. And I'm going to stick that in here. All right. Now my spice mixture. Like I said, there's spice in here, not too spicy. but I have 3/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon. I have 3/4 a teaspoon of allspice, and I have half a teaspoon of cardamom. Okay, so I'm going to mix that in to my bowl here. Just going to turn it just a nice, beautiful color. And again, it just smells fantastic with all the spices in here. Just awesome. One last thing I want to add to my wet ingredients before I mix my two together. 2 teaspoons of berry extract. I was not able to find strawberry extract, so I tried the recipe with raspberry extract, and absolutely delicious. You cannot tell. Normally you put vanilla extract into your cupcake recipe, most likely, but I wanted to give it a little bit of more of a berry flavor, so came up with this idea, and it worked great. I'm going to mix that up. Now again, I have my wet ingredients separate from my dry ingredients. I'm ready to put it all together here. Give that a final mix, because I don't want to wear my beautiful spicy flour here. I'm going to turn that off for a second and just pour it in. There we go. Want all of it in there. The combination of the spices that we put in here and the fresh strawberries just makes for an absolutely delicious and moist cupcake. So I think you're going to love this recipe. My kids love it.
All right, let's make some frosting for those cupcakes, huh?
Let's get started.
Okay.
A few things we need here.
I noticed you brought Betty.
I always bring
Betty.
Betty.
Betty was inside the air conditioner when I was upstairs.
Yes, she's always, we keep her comfortable, so she always works.
Keep her comfortable.
Right?
She doesn't want a little work.
No, no, no.
Okay.
None of us girls do, right?
So we're going to make a basic frosting.
Yep.
One of ours, because a lot of the frostings that you buy in the supermarket will have, dairy in them.
Questionable ingredients.
Questionable ingredients. So you really don't want to do this. So we're going to show you, some basic frostings. And online, you can take a look, and we give them to you all online, so you can use them and make them into whatever kind of frosting you want.
That's right.
That's right.
www.youwon'tevenmissit.com.
.com, yeah, that .com stuff.
We're going to add this too, the coconut. I didn't add the coconut solids yet.
No, this is the coconut solids. We've got some, coconut milk, and we're going to take the solids off the top.
Right.
Right.
And we're going to mix the 2 tablespoons of the coconut solids with our half a cup of shortening. Now, I just want to let you know that this is not going to have a coconut flavor whatsoever.
No, not at all.
What's at the bottom of that can is more of the liquid that would come from the coconut, and that has a stronger flavor, and that's something you want to use in your smoothies. That's fantastic.
Right. So save that for later.
Yep. So I'm going to get this started. I'm going to mix these 2 things together.
I'm just getting our sugar in there.
Yeah, we're going to have 4 teaspoons of vanilla there. That's going to go in.
There you go.
Oh, I actually poured it. I know.
Mise en place.
I was busy in the kitchen.
She mise en place that in the kitchen.
I did. Want to pour that for us?
I like to help you bake.
I appreciate that. I really do.
So using 4 cups powdered sugar.
Yep, this is 3. Just making a nice powdered sugar.
I'm going to stand over here so that I don't get any powdered
When
sugar.
you're baking, you just cannot worry about it.
No.
Right? You
no.
can't worry about
That's
that.
why the bakers wear those big aprons.
Yeah.
So they get covered.
Or they look like me and have stuff all over.
So I pour that in there like that?
Yeah.
How'd I do?
Perfect.
You know, I'm getting better at baking every week.
It looks awesome. You can see here. Tip my mixer over for you. It's going to be fantastic. Let's add some food coloring now. Because we have the strawberry cupcakes, kind of fun to have a little bit of red food coloring.
Red.
Yeah, just a drop.
Drop?
Can you do a drop?
I can do a drop.
All right. I don't think we'll need too much.
That was a drop.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
That might have been a drop plus.
That's a drop plus, so we have a dark pinkish reddish frosting, and the cupcakes are coming out in a minute, and we'll put the frosting on.
So don't go away. We're going to come right back. We're going to frost these up. We're going to sit down and enjoy this stuff.
And we hope you'll join us next time when you won't even miss it.